What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukashu. We're back with another umamusume video. This video, we are going to be training Chrono Genesis for the upcoming CM. It is medium distance, so here we are with Chrono Genesis. And for the setup, since yesterday we did use the Fide Motion Power, we're going to use the Neo Universe one because it was between the two. But I'm going to assume the Neo Universe one is better. I'm going to just assume. We're using Almond Eye and Teo for the speed cards, Super Creek, yeah, for the stamina card, Casino Drive Friend card, and Forever Young Wise card. And that is pretty much it for the setup. So we'll just get started with the run. And before we get started with the run, if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. And that is it. I thought about training Kita today, but I was like, you know what? I've just been on a leader run, so I might as well just keep training leaders, right? I've pretty much just been training leaders besides what? Still in Love and Red Desire, I believe, are the only two I haven't trained, or I have trained that aren't leaders, I guess, because I think I already trained Cap as well. Oh, I guess also Gentle Donna, because she is also a leader. Actually, I don't think I trained Red Desire since the first time, so I don't think I have trained her yet for the CM technically, because the first time I trained her was right before the CM, or right before, yeah, the last CM or League of Heroes. Was it League of Heroes? Yeah, the League of Heroes. So yeah. I guess I could train her next week. I guess I'll just train her next week. Probably on Monday. Maybe Kita on Monday. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. But, I guess to talk about what I've done yesterday. Yesterday I did end up doing a event in Genshin. I would say it took like 2 hours, if anything. Yeah, maybe 3 actually, now that I think about it. Because the story part of it was longer than I thought it would. But it was still pretty fun, I would say. But I did that. And then after later on, I think? Later on or right after? No, right after I did that, Mifu got released. So obviously I did go and pull for Mifu. And I believe it took me 70 pulls. I won the 50-50 also, so I didn't have to go all the way to the 120. And then I did get her weapon also, so I'm good there with Mifu. And I already pretty much have a team for her. I didn't know she was going to be physical. Although I didn't think she was going to be physical because I thought maybe she had some kind of element with her. My assumption was she had some kind of element with her, like gauntlets and all that. But then she ended up having a broadblade, which I did not expect also. But I just didn't expect her to be physical. I thought she would have been electric maybe. But no, she turned out to be physical. So yeah. I'm actually thinking about pulling the phase 2 dude, simply because if I do pull for the phase 2 dude, I can use Mifu with Rossi. At least that's my assumption, is why they're both getting released in the same patch. But I did, from what I've already looked into, if I do pull the upcoming guy, I can at least use him with Mifu, and I can lower my teams, because right now I have like 4 teams, 2 physical teams, and I don't want 2 physical teams. Technically 5 if I want to count my ice team, but I haven't used that team since I got Levitaine, so yeah, I don't think I would be. And plus, you know, but yeah, I might actually do that, because I'll admit, I feel like personally I feel like right now Enfield has been kind of nice to me when it comes to my pulls. I think it feels like Enfield has been nice, because I still have a decent amount of currency there, so I might be tempted to do that if I want to combine Rossi with Mifu. Or if I hold off and wait until later for... Actually, I don't even know who would be released later besides most likely Arcane. Well, I don't know. I haven't really necessarily decided if I'm going to pull for the next guy. It just feels tempting to want to pull for him just so I can decrease the amount of teams I have. At the very least. But yeah, my Mifu is pretty much almost built up. I just need to farm a little bit more for her. What are they called? I don't know what to call it. But I just needed to farm more of those, farm a couple more things. And then I need to get her gear. Because I think, obviously, she will get the new gears, like Wu all over again, where new character, new set. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. That and... the other reason why I don't want, kind of want to pull for this new guy is phase 2 guy, is because I still have to end up building 2 other more characters, and I don't want to. It's basically the 2 physical dudes in the standard banner, Li Feng and I don't know the other guy's name. I have him, but I honestly haven't probably read out his name. But you should know who I'm talking about, especially Unova. But yeah, that's basically the along with Chen. That would be my Mifu team, or the Mifu team I'm using. So yeah, I haven't decided. Like, my Rossi team's completely different from my Mifu team. I'm just like, what if I just somehow just combine them so I can have 1 physical team, you know? I don't think I need 2, if I'm going to be real. But technically, I don't have to use the Rossi team because it kind of use repetitive characters with my Levitaine team. So that is something I can decide about, or think about. So who knows? Who knows? And then after that, I did go straight to NTE because I decided to do the story, because it honestly didn't even take that long. It honestly didn't even take that long. So I ended up doing that. NTE story pretty good, I ain't gonna lie. NTE story pretty darn good, not gonna lie. Things are getting more interesting. Things are definitely getting more interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. So I did that. And then I still have one more, the last side quest left, and I'll be pretty much up to date on NTE with like all the missions and side missions. So instead of doing it over the weekend, I basically gave myself time for the weekend to just do events for the other games and explore the new area in NTE. So that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun because I enjoy playing NTE. Oh, and then also in NTE I did also make it to level 45. So or hunter rank 45. So now I can get my characters to level 70, but that crap is so expensive. It's so expensive. I'm literally broke when it comes to that gold currency to build characters. Was it called beetle coins, I think? Yeah, I'm pretty much out on that. I like 3 digits because I was leveling up Hotori to 70. 70? Yeah, 70 along with her arc. Somehow, some way. I just ended up with 3 digits. I couldn't even fully level 70 her arc. That's how broke I was with that currency. So I guess in the next dailies I'll just farm some beetle coins so I can move on with it. So we'll just see how that goes. And then after that I went back to oh no. After that I did my dailies, and then after that I went back to Enfield actually, and I did Mifu's story because that was the only story available, I think. I don't know what they want us to do after because I just stopped playing after the story because I wanted to record. So if it wasn't obvious from how I explained what I did since doing the Genshin event yesterday, I haven't slept yet. I haven't slept yet. So. Oh, and I already recorded Zenless. I already recorded Global for the CM, like I said I would, for today. And that just leaves me with JP. And then I just gotta edit and upload, and we're good. And we're good. Y'all pretty much know what I've been doing for like the past maybe 14 hours. The past 14 hours. And then before that, I was doing things once I, finally settled down at home. So I've been, besides the last 14 hours, just looking at the time, I was doing something prior to that. So there you go. Y'all pretty much know what I've been doing besides like the other stuff. So yeah, I guess with that being said, I'll start going over the comments. With the first comments gonna be from Eugen. It says, oh no. I said oh no because of the yawn. If you guys were wondering why I said oh no. Sorry about that. Yeah. I can't take the level 65 because my max level is 50. So waiting for Hunter level 40. Draw some funds on the Porsche and I'm broke. Of course I got the car name card. Even I waste pity, but before the event end, I can still get it, at least have a better car for racing. Waiting for Monday for city stamina, and I believe it will be 2 times event for maybe 1.4 mil using 700 stamina. And I think also for Monday with the wait, have you done the Papa's event? Because that's a free mill if you haven't done it yet, because it should reset this week or this Monday, and then you'll get another mill for the next 2 weeks from it. So if you didn't do it, you should do it if you're looking for more money. I already did mine already last week, so like the first day, reset it. So that's because it's not that bad. It just takes a little bit of time. It definitely takes a little bit of time, but I have a pretty good average there, so it's fine. It's fine. It'll take me like, I think it took me like 5-6 tries last time, so because I get about 200, close to 200k a run, so, and it's like 12 minutes a run. So if you haven't done it yet, I'd say do it. Other than that, yeah, city stamina would be probably be the only way to get fawns from the delivery, like the good ones. Don't waste it on the me personally, don't waste it on the 20k ones. I only do the 40k plus ones. So far I've only seen 40k or 48k. So I would do those over the 20k ones cuz I feel like it wastes a good chunk of the city stamina, especially for like 20k, 15k. I'm just like, especially if you haven't done your races yet, or yeah, your races yet. I'd rather probably just use my city stamina on the races before if you on the races rather than the 20k or less deliveries or something like that. So just what I would do, because that's what I do. I don't know about this 2x event. I don't know what this 1.4 mil you're talking about. So, indeed, funds is a bit tight. It is. So better use all the resources. So I go to prison daily to get meds for exchange, and this new buff inmate came in, so prison is not so peaceful anymore. Meds? Why are we using meds? Why are we using meds in NT? Am I missing something here? Because I haven't used any healing items. If I needed to heal, I would just teleport. And I haven't even gone to prison once. I'm not just going to go to prison just to go to prison. Although I do want to see what it is, but I don't know what happens when you go to prison. So I'm not going to find out yet. I ain't going to go to prison just to see. Well, speaking of bias, I'm biased on, I'm assuming you mean JP and not Joe. Because you put JO, not JP. And I'm just assuming you meant JP because you said voiceover on Lacrimosa. So yeah, I'm assuming you meant JP voiceover on Lacrimosa. But when I just researched for some of the few tips and heard the Ian voiceover, I am disappointed. My day is ruined and tomatoes was not been like ever before, like WTF that character portray. What the heck was that sentence? What the heck was that sentence? These ENVA should go to JP audition to feel pain, but yeah, but just my preference. It's better for them to go to a cartoon or some PlayStation RPG game, which sounds better. But yeah, it's my preference to enjoy the game. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, you've just never liked the Ian voiceover, so I think that's just you. Me personally, I've heard some bad English or some really bad English voiceovers, and most of these games are perfectly fine. That we play are perfectly fine, or I play are perfectly fine. I'd say it's just you being you, Eugene. Just saying. Just saying. Next comment says, I'm not saying more than that. It's just I would just want to feel the protagonist. But later I will swap back to female once I got sick. You do you. I suppose. You do you, I suppose. Well, my first donut post is the one posted on Discord with Gio and on the bed. Got tired. Let's just hope I don't know how it works with if you didn't get the outfit yet for the tracksuit for the Porsche event. I don't know if you get let's say you get it when you pull, you get it for the male, and then you switch to the female. I don't know if it switches over. Just saying. Just saying. I ain't gonna try it just because I just picked the female MC because once again, all that male MCs are basically nearly copy and pasted for the most part, which just they just get designed their own way for that game. Let's just well, what do you say? Call a spade a spade. It's come on, man. It's just really what it is. Most these male MCs are just copy and paste, just slight differences. I don't care what y'all think. It's the truth. It's the truth. Literally, just put Callus, Zero, and Wise side by side. There you go. Just even put Rover. I don't care. They all look the same, just difference, just barely the differences. You're not changing my mind. You're not changing my mind. And honestly, if I was gonna pick which of the male MCs is my favorite, it's probably just gonna be Wise. Why is it gonna be Wise? Well, simple. He feels the most different when it comes to their personalities. He feels the most different. Because Star Rail, you have, I guess, pretty similar personalities between Callus and Stell because you pick either or. Whereas in Zenless, both are in the game, but regardless, they still have their own personalities. So yeah, that's why I would pick Wise, just because of that simple thing. He basically has his own personality compared to the others. That's my take. That is my take. One thing that I like in the 1.1 NC update is much faster dialogue box, so I can skim fast through story without skipping. Unlike Zenless that took me to get Zenless ever doing Smash English. Eugen English. That's what's going on here right now. Ever doing Smash Button, but no idea if it's updated or coming to 3.0 since I never logged in yet. Nanova says, shoo, he's dissing Zenless, stop him. Hey, this is what I'm gonna say. It's not my fault that he can't go through the story without wanting to go through it fast. Me, I enjoy listening to, I've always enjoyed to listen to story. So, it's not my fault he's complaining about the dialogue box. And I'm gonna say it again. Zenless is not even a hard game. If you want me to further defend Zenless. If you want me to further defend Zenless, Nova, Zenless is not a hard game. There you go. You happy? You happy, Nova? Honestly speaking, I feel like NT might get a little more complicated in their battle system or combat system because it has the I don't know, I feel like it might be more complicated because we'll see how it goes down the line. I never really had any complaints with Zenless. It was like once I understand what the characters or the team is, that's pretty much it. Anomaly team, straightforward. Pretty straightforward. Angels with Delusions team, pretty straightforward. once you get all of them. Miyabi, anomaly team, can't really. Attack team with Anbi, Astra, and Seed or Cisia instead of Anbi. It's straightforward because it's the same thing. Xiaoguang, easy. So it's like Ishuin, easy. So I've never had a hard time in Zenless, so, and I know Nova hasn't either. And I can also say my brother, who also don't have a good chunk of W engines for his DPS characters, probably some of them, and then some other characters. He still doesn't have a hard time with shield defense or deadly assault. So there you go. There you go, Nova. I have defended Zenless. Whatever. There you go, Nova. Are you happy? Are you happy? He was just talking about the dialogue box, but I'll go furthermore if you want me to, which I did, so. Eh. It is what it is. Other than that, thank you, Eugen, for all the comments. Appreciate it as always, and Nova for replying to the last one. And that pretty much leaves us with the rest of the comments, which is all from Nova. Let me scroll all the way down. Starting off with, yes, the Love's Only You alt that I need. I guess it'll just be the Annie ticket. Her and the other Uma that was released after her. After her? I don't remember who was released after Love's Only You, so I'm gonna look for the both of us. Because, well, you know, but you didn't type it down, I'm assuming. Oh, you're talking about Victoire Pisa? The the turf and dirt runner that can do mile to long if you don't want to think about short. I did think about pulling for Victoire Pisa just for the fact that she can go with most distances, and then there's the whole turf or dirt. I did think about it, but I didn't. But I didn't. I didn't dare to pull back then because my Uma luck was going down. Yeah, your Uma luck is perfectly fine, so I don't know what the heck you talking about, Nova. I don't know what the heck you talking about. This is why I still say you're the lucky mustard and all that, and why I'll keep mentioning all these things about your pulls, because you've still been lucky. Don't say 40 to 50 is a huge difference. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Because like I just did for you defend Zenless. I'm just gonna keep yapping about your polls. I ain't gonna hold back for any of y'all. I'm just gonna be straight up with both of y'all. Alright? Alright. How's the dirt CM? I don't recall anything in Taiwan. I was only listening to you talking in the background. It was alright. I think I only made it a Group B. I'm not sure, actually. I think I was just in Group B. Was I? Let me see. Let me see. Quite curious at this point, because I don't know what I got. So what did I get? Things aren't looking good. That means there should have been one later on? What? Oh, that's global. Okay. Oh, I went to Group B. I went to Group B. That's pretty much what happened. Happily in Group B, apparently. Or that's where I was in the last CM for the Dirt CM. Neo Power is literally the card made for medium. It's actually insane. Well, I just wanted to try both. So I guess if I'm going to train for in the future and use a power card for medium distance, then I'll just use Neo Universe. Thank you for letting me know. But I can't imagine myself pulling for a distance card. My betweener cards still come first. Yeah, I feel like I'm more general or positional, if I'm going to be real. I haven't really done a distance card, so yeah, I don't think I'll be getting a distance card. I got all the factory and wooling finally done. It actually made me feel some form of accomplishment. Enfield pulling with 125k. Wish me luck. Good luck. I got Mifu, so I'm good. GFL2, gotta get Basti. She will be pivotal for my corrosion team. Yeah, they are releasing corrosion characters at the moment. With I guess Fatusa last time. And then now with Basti. Or would they combine Lucilla lore with Cyberpunk? Then it would make it canon? I don't know how it would be with the Lucilla lore, because we already did get her background from her story when she didn't get released, because Lene decided to get rerun instead. Do I need to talk about that again? Do I need to talk about that again? So I don't think Lucilla will be part of the Cyberpunk lore. Doubt it. I doubt it. Most collab stories aren't considered canon. I think the Fate collab in HSR is considered canon. That's what I mentioned that. I mentioned that like a day or two ago. This is what I'm talking about. Things I mention, it gets repeated without you mentioning that I said it already, because I feel like you may have heard it and then that's why you're mentioning it later without, but you don't feel like, whatever. For some odd reason, it's mainly you too, Nova. So I did mention this coming because I am the one who plays HSR. So I don't know where you got that without getting it either from me or you came across it yourself. So, the Assassin's Creed collab in reverse is also kind of canon. Interesting. But yeah, the HSR one, because in the main story, they have mentioned the Holy Grail war in the main story. And something about Gilgamesh having weapons from characters in the main story. Even from the past main story in Amphorius. I swear, Nova. I swear. No more failed training shoo. I mean, if it's in the beginning, I'll do it. If it's in the middle, I ain't gonna restart. You're crazy if you think I'm gonna restart if it's in smack dab in the middle. Well, there is gonna be a 3-day NTE grind coming up for me, and field update is something I can hold off. I don't think there is a need for me to rush more factory grind. I spent 2 hours on it already. Well, I think there's a new area, if I'm not mistaken. I think there's a new area, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if there's a new sub PAC area, or yeah, PAC or AIC. One of those. I don't know, just under the sub factory area. I'll just say that, because I haven't checked. I haven't gone there yet. But if there is, well, maybe you're not done. Maybe you're not done if that's the case. As for NTE, judging that you're, or assuming that you're still behind on probably like the exploration, side missions, main story updated, and whatever. Yeah, you. I don't know about 3 days, but you could take 3 days, I suppose. If you really want to just commit the 3 days to NTE. But did you finish the WUWA events? Just just wondering, because I will spend later today doing WUWA events, also tomorrow doing WUWA events if I don't finish it today. Probably hop onto Zenless and finish the 2 events there already, just to get it over with. And then maybe even catch up on Star Rail stuff. And maybe I'll check out Enfield also for that stuff, because I also want to be able to completely build my Mifu with her gear and all that. So I pretty much just have a gang of games to to check out over the weekend, starting today, later today. So yeah, that's my plan for the weekend. We was just doing the pinball game for an hour or so, had my Chun-Li, Lupa, and Galbrena team the whole way through. I already finished the pinball like last week. I finished the pinball thing last week. I have the other ones. Yeah, I think these ones are going to take a bit longer than a pinball one. And I still want to probably do the end game there also. Excuse me, just in case. Ooh, I didn't get an S. Interesting. I'm waiting for them to add a limo for NTE. If it's a gacha, then I'm not surprised. If they did this once, they'll probably do it again. Oh no, I'm expecting... I'm gonna expect them to do more car collabs in the future if this is the case. Probably another Porsche collab. Maybe they'll do like a GT3 RS. That'd be pretty dope. That will be probably where I see my violet purple. Or UV purple. My UV purple, I guess ultraviolet purple, yeah. Porsche. If they stick to Porsche. My car head side coming out. Whatever. I wouldn't mind if they maybe do... I don't know. Maybe some old school JDM cars would be nice. I feel like they're kind of just touching more of the European exotics. I'm kind of just like, it's not my thing. My thing's more of the JDM, but I do like some Europeans, aka the Porsches. So yeah. So bad. So bad. Well, that's kind of why I don't want to use my funds for now. It seems to be a resource that you shouldn't be spending like a madman. I always keep a mill on me. Why? Is because of cheese. And her arc. You get more damage if you have a mill. It stacks up to 5, so 200k. Per 200k you get like a more Cosmos damage. So yeah, that's why I'm purposely holding a mill, because of cheese. But I think I have close to 2 mil again after using pretty much most of mine already. Plus, I don't need to buy cars at the moment. Honestly speaking, I don't have to buy any cars anymore at the moment. Yeah, I don't think it's needed. Although I'll still buy the car that has the Hattori livery. That is still going to be priority if I get the money. But as of right now, I probably won't get it yet. As of right now. We'll just keep it that way. But is Hotori your favorite character in the entirety of the gachas you play, Shushu? I think Chun-Li is just up there for me. It's very close. I don't know if I want to consider Hotori yet, because it would basically just be recency bias, and I don't like recency bias. It makes it makes the list a little bit more funky and less genuine, I would say. So to answer your question, for right now is a no, because I want to give her some time. By the way I'm simping on her in the beginning of this game, it's kind of hard not to see it that way. But I mean, I really like Miyabi, so I do still really like Miyabi. And her getting her skin, you know, obviously gave her bonus points. Obviously gave her bonus points. But honestly, if I were to think about Hotori right now, she would probably make it top. She would probably make it top 3. If I were to consider the recency bias. If I were to consider the recency bias, she would most likely be top 3. Along with Miyabi. Who would be that third spot? Good question. I would have to really think about it. I would have to really, really think about it, but I do really like a good amount of characters. But we'll see. This RNG could have been better, so this, I mean, as in this run could have been better, but it, you know. But yeah, I'll just say Hotori's in top 3 along with Miyabi. Just to keep it safe. Because I don't know. If we're just gonna go with the recency bias, then yeah, we could say she's first. Just because of how heavily simping I am with her right now. Simping on her right now. Like every time I play, I'm just like, God damn it, Hotori. That's me every time I start playing. In the beginning, and then after I'll just continue playing and not think about it. But that's just me every time I start. So is there a marriage system in NT? Can I get one? No. Will they do it? I don't know. I don't know. Also, Eugen, why not celebrate Pride Month? Let's just say that. I know that the Philippines is definitely more conservative than Taiwan is. We were the first to legalize gay marriage in Asia. I just know what I know is that I just know a lot of Filipinos kind of tend to be gay. Not against it though, because it's my people too. It's my people. So, and I mean, one of my oldest friends that I've known since I was in kinder, he's a grade higher than me. But since like maybe like 5th, 6th grade, I kind of already had a feeling he was gay. Nothing against him though. He's still one of my closest friends. I could literally text him right now. He'll text me back. Well, not right away, but he'll text me back at one point. Yeah, he's like a big brother to me. Regardless, when he finally, you know, admitted it, that was literally a couple years ago. Not a couple, probably like 10. Probably like 10. It feels like a couple, but like 10 years ago, I was like, we already knew. I don't judge. I don't judge. So Rick said he hasn't touched this scenario in 3 months, so basically he just hasn't played JP. Or probably Uma at all. From what it sounds like. Oh, you bet I was talking mad crap about her. I ain't gonna deny that. Oh, I know you were talking mad crap about Seed. Because I was talking mad crap back at you. I was talking mad crap back at you because you were complaining on how you couldn't beat the Defiler without Seed, even though I did. Even though I clearly did. So, like I said, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. You can't tell me you can't beat it when I obviously did. So hell nah. I guess NTE really just requires 2 teams for now, huh? I think it will. Just 2 teams. I guess that might change in the future. Maybe. We might need 3. Like, in Zenless. Who knows? Who knows? But as of right now, I do have 2 teams. Technically. Oh, speaking about NTE, I did finally get another standard banner pull, and guess what? It was a freaking dupe of Geoin again. As much as I like Geoin, I really wanted to get a Daffodil. Now my Geoin's at, well, I don't know what letter it is. A? A2? My Geoin's at A2 and my Baisong's at A1. And then I just have Hathor. I literally could have, if I didn't get any dupes, I could probably had all of the copies. Or all, at least like 1 copy of every standard banner character. But nah. But nah. 2 dupes on Geoin, 1 dupe on Baisong. Pain. Pain. Eugen responded and says, if you are Muki Muki, you can set 2 teams in 4 agents, which I only tried 3 and 3 lineup. If you want, I guess. Nova says, I don't want to use A ranks. I really don't want to, but I don't think I have a choice. My 2 teams only have 2 A ranks. If I were to think about it right now, I have 2 A ranks. Technically 3, but I kind of just dropped that 3rd one because of Lacrimosa. So I don't think I'll need that 3rd one. And that 3rd one is my sustain. For whatever reason, but yeah, now I don't have a sustain. I mean, I didn't technically need it, so because I was doing fine with dodging, so yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I'm basically my A ranks that I've been using is mint. I like mint, so I basically just straight up built her. Plus, it kind of just works using her with Hattori, in my opinion. It gives me 2 ways of getting Blossom. It gives me 2 ways of getting Blossom. It's kind of like having the elemental effect in Genshin. You know, they kind of gave me like that Genshin feel with that. Kind of like it. Because I haven't felt that since Genshin. So, I think you mentioned something like this, Nova. Where you haven't really found another game that did the same thing as Genshin. Well, I think NT is the closest one. Do you agree? Now if Zenless is going the Gunnar route in 3.0, then the question becomes, how many chicks can I skip? From the intro video for the next region, I saw some chicks that didn't appeal to me. I think there are a few chicks that didn't appeal to me either, if I'm going to be honest. Although Valina is a must pull. Valina is a must pull. We talking about Gunnar? Valina is a perfect example of it. Am I right, Nova? Am I right? Mouse and keyboard only applies to smaller gotchas for me. Well, really? Because you're just literally just using your mouse. You're not even You're not even using your keyboard most of the time, or not at all. So what the heck are you talking about? All the big ones are all controllers. We're just different people, shoo. If I may be blunt about it. Oh yeah, all good. All good. If you prefer playing controller, that's you. I just find it weird because, especially with the 1, 2, 3, 4 switches, I don't know how that would be the case on controller because I never played it on controller. I'm gonna assume D-pad, but I'm not even gonna worry about it because I can't play these games in controller. It's weird because it's kind of just saying it's kind of weird because I play JRPG games with a controller, so I feel like I most likely can, but it just feels wrong for me to play these games on a controller for some reason. Because it just feels just right. It feels perfectly fine or perfectly right on mouse and keyboard. I feel like also because response time. No lag or whatever. Or delay, I should say. And another thing I remember about the lag or bug is when I was fighting this anomaly mini boss, it was like a bunch of books and you had to keep climbing to the top to fight it. I couldn't see the attack or HP from the boss and I was just about to kill it. It was a buggy mess, alright. Oh, where you have to climb the tower and all that? Yeah, I remember that one. Although I don't know if I had a trouble. So I feel like it might just be a recent thing because it's been happening. It doesn't happen too often. But it could be the case that the servers may have just been getting overloaded or something. I don't know. And then the last comment from Nova before I refresh to see if there's any more. You're right about the bigger gacha stories having more quality to them. In my opinion, I think smaller gachas do have stories that do surpass the bigger ones. Their ultimate weakness is just presentation. GFL 1 lore will always be one of the best stories I read in a gacha, but it just had an outdated presentation. GFL 2 really shows that an upgrade in graphics doesn't equate to the lore getting the same or even better quality from GFL 1. The cutscenes from Wuwa and Zenless do rope me in, not gonna lie. NCE has potential, of course. Enfield just have consistent presentation overall. Oh yeah, Enfield has been great. Zenless and Wuwa has been great. I think NCE has been doing good. It's just the beginning, so obviously they have more, but just based off the cutscenes, it's still really nice. It's still really nice for what the cutscenes do, in my opinion. And yeah, once you are caught up in the big gachas, it is a lot better. But yeah, day one, big gachas does have a lot of things to do. Then again, I'd question a big gacha if its events are fewer than a smaller gacha. I'm looking at you, Enfield. Yeah, Enfield could use a little bit more events, not gonna lie. It's like, can we, like that picture event from the last patch, can we really consider that as an event when it only literally took like 5 minutes to finish? The cooking event, it took me a little bit longer because obviously I had to do some planning or farming. And it wasn't even that hard. And then there's like the Umbral or whatever, Umbral, other events and all that. That don't even really take that long either. So it's like, what the hell? But yeah, once you're done with everything on the big gachas, you have a lot of time on your hands. So it's not like they are time consuming. It all depends on you if you want it to be time consuming. And on your pacing or on how you do it. If you purposely go behind, that's all on you. You can't really say, oh, this game takes too much time when you're not, when you're like what? Spending not the correct amount of time to get it done, or time management, basically. Especially if you're not playing the same amount of games as me and Nova. It becomes a bigger question. It becomes a bigger question of what the heck are you doing with your time management? Or how are you managing your time? Because it does sound like I do spend a lot of time on these games, but there's not a lot for me to do because outside of that, I'm doing my own thing. I'm just catching up on events. But I do spend time on the other games regardless, on these games regardless, extra time on my free time. Just to make sure I'm all caught up and all that. So, other than that, that's pretty much it for all the comments. So, wait, there is one more comment from Tanoki. Two more comments from Tanoki. Shushu recording, and dude, there's gotta be someone that opens the comments, then double checks if YouTube glitched, and showed a comment from another video. There's gotta be someone that opens the comments, then double checks if YouTube glitched, and showed a comment from another video. I don't know what to say to that. I just wish there was a better. I just wish YouTube can make it easy. Like, let me know if they get rid of a comment or stuff, because I want to know, like, what happens to the comments that you guys post that I don't see. Even though it rarely happens now, it's just when it happens, and I'm just like, oh, well, it just lost in the abyss now. But thank you, Tanoki, Nova, and Eugen for the comments. Appreciate it as always. Let's just quickly see how this goes. I'm gonna assume it's a low UA. Yeah, UA. I could probably most likely get a better one. I ain't gonna front about it. So here we go. Because the video is about to be an hour also. UA 4, mid UA, not too bad. Not too bad. Could be better, obviously, because we can get high UAs. So my goal is maybe reach US by the time the new scenario happens, but we'll see if that happens. Ended off with 2165 speed. I believe that's max. 1401 stamina, could be a little bit more. This is just on the lower end on RNG. 1586 power. Literally one more training to make it 1600, where I usually have it. 1078 on guts, kind of where it is on the lower end, because obviously if I had gotten 1600, it would most likely be at 1200, and then 1600 on wise. So, and no S aptitude, but it is what it is. Second best Chrono Genesis, and yeah. With that being said, guys, that is going to be the end of the video. If you guys didn't make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and let me know what you guys are up to for the weekend. Let me know how you guys are doing with your prep for the CM. And if there's anything else you want to talk about or ask me, just leave it down in the comment section down below. As long as appropriate, I'll go over it. And if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. So with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you once again. Have a good weekend. And as always, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.